Introduction: How to find happiness and a state of deep enjoyment in everyday activities. Hello, friends. I'm so thrilled you've picked up How to Find Happiness and a State of Deep Enjoyment in Everyday Activities. For years, I've been sharing ideas on how to live a better, more fulfilling life. And one thing I've learned is that happiness isn't some far-off destination. It's not about winning the lottery or getting that dream job, although those things can be nice. True happiness, the kind that sticks with you, is about how you feel when you're doing everyday things. Think about it. We spend most of our lives doing normal things. Working, cleaning, cooking, chatting with friends, maybe even just waiting in line at the grocery store. What if we could find joy, even a little bit of excitement, in these moments? What if we could learn to slip into a state where time seems to melt away, where we're completely focused and engaged in what we're doing? That's what this book is all about. We'll explore how to unlock a special state of being, a kind of deep enjoyment and satisfaction that you can find in almost any activity. I call it everyday flow. It's about learning how to tune into the present moment and fully immerse yourself in what surrounds you. This isn't about becoming a super achiever or changing your entire life overnight. It's about making small, practical shifts in how you approach your daily tasks and interactions. It's about understanding what makes you tick and finding ways to engage your strengths and passions, even in the most mundane situations. Inside, you'll find simple, actionable steps you can take to cultivate everyday flow in your life. We'll talk about setting clear goals, focusing your attention, getting feedback, and challenging yourself, but not too much. We'll also explore the power of mindfulness, the importance of finding meaning in what you do, and the role of creativity in making everyday life more engaging. By reading this book, you will be able to discover the real meaning of happiness and how it relates to ordinary activities. Learn practical techniques to focus your attention and eliminate distractions. Identify challenges within activities to engage your strength and ability. Find peace in the face of boring and frustrating activities. Cultivate a sense of deep enjoyment in even the most mundane situations. Become more resilient and adaptable to life's inevitable ups and downs. Ultimately, live a more meaningful and satisfying life. I'm excited to embark on this journey with you. Let's start learning, exploring, and discovering the power of everyday flow. Together, we can transform the ordinary into something extraordinary. Chapter 1: The Joyful Journey begins. What is true happiness? Hey you! Yes you! Are you ready to kickstart a journey filled with genuine smiles and a heart overflowing with contentment? Awesome! Because that's exactly what this book is all about. Discovering and holding on to true happiness. Now let's talk about this happiness thing. It's not just some fleeting feeling you get when you eat your favorite ice cream. Though, let's be honest, that's pretty great. Or when you find $100 on the street. Those are pleasures, quick bursts of joy that vanish as fast as they appear. True happiness, my friend, is something much deeper, something more substantial. It's a state of being, not just feeling. Think of it as a steady hum, a constant undercurrent of contentment that flows beneath the surface of your everyday life, even when things get tough. It's the feeling of being fully alive, engaged, and connected to something bigger than yourself. It's knowing, deep down, that you're growing, learning, and making a difference, even in small ways. So what isn't happiness? Well, it's definitely not about having the perfect life, the perfect job, the perfect Instagram feed. We're bombarded with images of perfect happiness all the time, which often leads to the misconception that we need to be wealthy, beautiful, or famous to be truly happy. That's a lie. Those things can bring temporary pleasure, sure, but they don't guarantee lasting joy. Another misconception is that happiness is something you find out there, waiting for you in some distant destination. You think, if I just get that promotion, then I'll be happy. Or, if I just lose 20 pounds, then I'll be happy. The harsh truth is, happiness is something you cultivate within. It's a skill, a practice, a choice you make every single day. Think of Tom, a construction worker. He doesn't have a fancy office or the highest salary, but he takes immense pride in building homes for families. He finds joy in the hard work, the camaraderie with his coworkers, and the satisfaction of creating something tangible. Tom has found happiness not in external things, but in his work and purpose. Over the next few chapters, we'll explore exactly how you can cultivate this lasting joy in your own life. We'll dive deep into discovering your passions, finding the right challenges, focusing your attention, setting clear goals, and so much more. Get ready to roll up your sleeves and do some work. Building a happier life takes effort, but I promise you it's the most rewarding journey you'll ever take. Are you with me? Let's get started. All right, champions of awesome. Let's dive headfirst into uncovering the very things that set your soul on fire. This is Chapter 2, Unlocking Your Inner Spark, Discovering Your Passions. Are you ready to ignite that pilot light within? Good. Because too many people drift through life, never truly connecting with what makes them tick. We don't want that for you. Passion isn't some magical, unattainable thing reserved for the lucky few. It's inside you, waiting to be discovered. Think of it as a buried treasure chest, filled with golden nuggets of joy and excitement. All you need is the map and the shovel. And I'm about to hand you both. First, let's bust a myth. You don't need to have a grand, world-changing passion right now. It's okay if you don't know your purpose yet. Start small. What activities make you forget to check your phone? What do you find yourself reading about online late at night? What did you absolutely love as a child? Don't overthink it. Here's a practical exercise, the time machine moment. Close your eyes for a moment. Think back to when you were a kid. No rules, no responsibilities. Well, fewer, just pure, unadulterated play. What did you spend hours doing? Building forts? Drawing? Writing stories? Taking apart old radios? Whatever it was. That's a clue. That childhood joy often holds the key to your adult passions. For example, young Tony spent hours building elaborate Lego cities. As an adult, he became an architect, channeling that same creative energy into designing real buildings. Next, the Try Everything Challenge. Seriously, branch out! Take that pottery class you thought about, volunteer at the animal shelter, join a hiking group. Read books on topics completely outside your comfort zone. You might discover a hidden talent or a newfound love. And you will never know what you really like until you try it. Here's the key. Pay attention to how you feel. Passion isn't about forcing yourself to enjoy something. It's about finding the things that naturally draw you in, things that make you feel energized, engaged, and, well, happy. When you find that flow, you are on the right track. The journey for passion will make the world a better place. So grab your shovel and let's start digging. Your inner spark is waiting to erupt into a glorious flame. You have the power to light it now. All right, champions, let's dive headfirst into Chapter 3, The Challenge Zone, Finding the Sweet Spot. Think of life like riding a bike. Too easy, flat road? You're bored. Too steep a hill? You're frustrated and pushing the bike. The sweet spot, that challenge zone, is where you're pedaling hard, feeling the burn, but also the thrill of forward motion. It's the perfect hill. Tough, but conquerable. Imagine Alex, who loves to bake. If Alex keeps making only chocolate chip cookies, they'll get bored real fast. That's under-challenged. On the other hand, if Alex tries to bake a 10-layered cake with intricate sugar flowers on day 1 without much experience, it's going to be a recipe for frustration. Over-challenged. The sweet spot? Maybe a new type of cookie, a simple cake, or learning a basic technique like making pie crust. Finding your challenge zone is about understanding your current skill level and then stretching just a little bit beyond it. Ask yourself, am I truly engaged, or am I just going through the motions? If the answer leans towards the latter, time to crank up the difficulty. But if you're feeling overwhelmed and wanting to quit, it's a signal to dial it back a notch and break down the challenge to smaller, manageable tasks. Don't be afraid to experiment. Think of it like finding the right water temperature for your shower. You start cold, then hot, then just right. It's a process of adjustment. In your relationships, it means having honest conversations, tackling tricky topics, but doing so with kindness and respect. In your career, it might be taking on a new project that stretches your abilities, or volunteering for a task that scares you a little. In your hobbies, it's learning a new technique, increasing the difficulty level, or trying a different style. Remember, the challenge zone isn't about perfection. It's about progress. As we find appropriately difficult tasks and work on them with dedication, the state of flow kicks in, and you will discover that the path to get there is not as hard as you thought it would be. So get out there, find that sweet spot, and get ready to grow like never before. You got this! All right, champion, let's unleash the power within. Get ready to dive into Chapter 4. Attention is key, the power of focused engagement. Listen up, because this is huge. Your attention, my friend, is like a laser beam. Scattered, it's just light. Focused, it can cut through steel. But these days, we're living in a world designed to scatter that beam. Ding! Buzz, beep, emails, notifications, social media. They're all vying for your precious attention, stealing your joy one tiny distraction at a time. Think of it like this. You're trying to build a magnificent tower of blocks, representing your goals and dreams. Every ding is someone yanking a block out, making it harder to finish and maintain your focus. Frustrating, right? Absolutely. But here's the amazing part. You are in control. You have the power to regain that focus, to command your attention and direct it where it needs to go. And when you do, prepare for liftoff. How? Through the power of mindfulness. Mindfulness isn't some esoteric meditation practice, though it can be. It's simply paying attention, on purpose, to the present moment without judgment. When your mind wanders, and it will wander, that's what minds do, gently guide it back. Now let's talk single-tasking. Multitasking is a myth, people. It's actually just rapidly switching between tasks, which chews up your attention and makes you less efficient and less happy. It's like trying to juggle 5 balls at once. Eventually, you'll drop them all. Instead, embrace the joy of single-tasking. Give your full attention to one thing at a time. When you're working, work. When you're talking to a friend, talk. Fully immerse yourself in that one activity. Practical tips to minimize interruptions. Schedule focus time. Block out specific periods in your day for deep work, free from distractions. Treat it like an important appointment, because it is. Notification Ninja, turn off all unnecessary notifications. Seriously. The world won't end if you don't check your email every 5 minutes. Designated device zones. Create spaces where devices aren't allowed. The dinner table, your reading chair, your bedroom. Make them sacred spaces of focused presence. Mindful moments. Take short breaks throughout the day to simply breathe and center yourself. Even a minute or two can make a huge difference. Be present. When you are doing something, be there. Do not get lost in the thoughts of the future or the past. Focus on what you are doing. By reclaiming your attention, you're reclaiming your joy, your productivity, and your life. It's time to become the master of your focus, the captain of your attention. Now go out there and command that laser beam with incredible focus and blast through those goals. You got this! All right, champion. Let's dive headfirst into building your roadmap to enjoyment. It's all about setting crystal clear goals. Chapter 5. Setting clear goals, your roadmap to enjoyment. Listen up. Ever felt like you're wandering aimlessly? That's because you're probably missing a map. Those goals? They are your map to a truly fulfilling, joyful life. Think of a goal as your personal North Star, guiding you through the choppy waters and straight toward that shining sunrise of happiness. Now, there are 2 types of goals, outcome-based and process-based. Outcome-based goals are all about the finish line. Losing 20 pounds, getting a promotion, buying fancy car. These are great, yes, but they put all the pressure on the end result. If you don't hit that number on the scale or get that corner office, boom, disappointment. But process-based goals? These are the real game changers. They're about the journey itself. Think about it. Instead of lose 20 pounds, your goal becomes work out for 30 minutes 5 times a week, or eat 1 serving of vegetables with every meal. See the difference? You're in control because you're focusing on the actions you can take daily. Let's say Ben wants to learn guitar. An outcome-based goal would be become a rock star. Big dreams, love it. But a process-based goal? Practice guitar for 20 minutes every day. Even if Ben never plays a stadium, he'll improve, learn something new, and enjoy the process. Win-win. Why is this vital for joy? Because focusing on the process keeps you engaged and motivated. You're seeing progress regularly. Each workout, each healthy meal, each practice session, it's a small victory. And those small victories, they build up. They create momentum, and bam, you're riding a wave of awesome. So grab a pen and paper, my friend, and ask yourself, what truly excites me? What do I want to spend my time doing? Identify those activities and break them down into small, process-oriented goals. Make them achievable. Make them fun. This isn't a chore. It's your joy journey. Get excited. Now go out there and build your roadmap. All right, let's do this. Ready to level up your life and become the best version of yourself? Awesome. Let's dive straight into Chapter 6, Feedback Loops, Learning and Growing Through Experience. Listen up, champions. Feedback is the breakfast of champions. Think of it like this. You're baking a cake. You put it in the oven, and the timer goes off. You pull it out. Is it perfect? Maybe, but probably not. You might need to adjust the temperature next time, or use a different type of flour. That, my friend, is feedback. And it's essential to making a truly amazing cake and a truly amazing you. Don't be scared of hearing what you could do better. That's how you grow. You actively need to seek feedback. Ask a friend to read your writing, get a coach to watch you play sports, or simply ask your boss how you can improve. People generally want to help. If you don't ask, you don't receive. Now, feedback comes in two flavors, external and internal. External is the advice you get from others. Internal is that gut feeling, that little voice telling you whether something felt right or not. Pay attention to both. Did you feel energized after that presentation? Did you feel proud of the art you created? That's your internal compass guiding you. But what about criticism? Ouch! Nobody loves it, right? Newsflash. Everyone gets criticized sometimes. It's how you handle it that matters. First, filter. Is the feedback coming from a place of genuine care and helpfulness, or is it just someone being negative? Second, consider the source. Is this person an expert in the field? Do they know their stuff? If someone who doesn't play basketball tells LeBron James how to shoot, LeBron probably won't listen. Take what's valuable and discard the rest. Don't take it personally. Criticism is about your actions, not your worth. See it as an opportunity to become even better. Embrace feedback, learn from your experiences, and watch yourself transform. You've got this! Now go out there and shine! All right there, champions. Buckle up because we're diving deep into something awesome. Losing yourself, the right way, ego dissolution, and deeper connection. Now hold on. Don't freak out. I'm not telling you to abandon who you are. We're talking about something far more powerful. Letting go of that inner critic, that voice that constantly judges and compares, and merging into the present moment. It's about ego dissolution. Think of a time you were so engrossed in something that everything else faded away. Maybe you were painting, running, playing music, or even lost in a fascinating conversation. That's a glimpse of what we're talking about. It's that feeling of complete immersion, where you, as a separate entity, kind of vanishes, and you become one with the activity itself. Ego dissolution isn't about disappearing completely, it's about quieting the ego's constant chatter. Let's say James is carving a wooden sculpture. He's so focused on the curve of the wood, the texture, the feel of the tools in his hands, that he's not thinking about what others will think of his work, or how it compares to other sculptures. He's just being a carver, connected to the wood and the process. When we let go of that self-conscious layer, amazing things happen. We connect with the world on a deeper level. We feel a sense of oneness, a sense of being part of something bigger than ourselves. It's liberating. This isn't about escaping reality. It's about experiencing it more fully. It is about being totally attentive in the present moment. It's about losing the self-consciousness and gaining a deeper, richer experience of life. So go find that thing that makes you lose yourself, responsibly, of course. It's waiting to unlock a whole new level of joy and connection for you. All right, champion. Get ready for another dose of inspiration because we're diving deep into the magical world of time. Chapter 8. Time Flies. Altered Perception of Time During Deep Enjoyment. Ever been so absorbed in something that hours felt like minutes? Or maybe a few seconds stretched out into an eternity? That, my friend, is the incredible power of altered time perception fueled by deep enjoyment. When we're truly in the zone, fully immersed in an activity we love, something amazing happens to our brain. It shifts gears. The clock seems to lose its power. Time bends and stretches according to our level of engagement. Think about it. Remember that time you were building a model plane as a kid or painting with your friends? Hours vanished without a trace, right? That's because you were completely present, mind, body, and soul in that very moment. The future didn't matter, and the past was long forgotten. It was just you and that airplane, or painting, connected by pure joy. Conversely, remember a time you were stuck in a boring meeting or waiting in line at the DMV? Each second probably felt like an eternity. That's because your mind was wandering, distracted by everything but the present moment. You weren't engaged, so time dragged on and on. So how can we tap into this time-bending superpower more often? It's simple. Find activities that ignite your passion and demand your full attention. It could be anything: playing a musical instrument, writing, like I'm doing right now, solving a complex puzzle, even cooking a delicious meal. The key is that it challenges you just enough to keep you focused, but not so much that you become frustrated. Let's say John loves coding. When he's wrestling with a particularly interesting programming puzzle, he loses all track of time. He might start working on it in the afternoon and suddenly realize it's midnight. That's because he's found an activity that puts him in a state of deep enjoyment and focused engagement, warping his perception of time. The more often you experience this time flies phenomenon, the richer and more fulfilling your life will become. You'll be less stressed, more productive, and infinitely happier. So go out there and find your passion, engage with gusto, and prepare to be amazed at how quickly and enjoyably your life unfolds. All right, champion. Let's get energized and transform your workspace into a happiness hub. I'm talking Chapter 9. Harmonious Workspaces, Designing Your Environment for Happiness. Get ready to unleash your potential. Listen up. Your surroundings directly impact your energy. A cluttered desk equals a cluttered mind. So the first step, my friend, is declutter. Visualize this. You get rid of everything that doesn't spark joy or serve a purpose. Papers piling up? File them or ditch them. Random pens that don't work? Trash. Think minimalist. Clean space, clean mind. Feels good, right? Next, personalize it. This is your space. Make it inspiring. Photos of loved ones, a plant, green boosts mood, artwork that speaks to you, maybe a small water fountain for calming sounds. Anything that makes you smile and feel good being there. Think of it as creating your own personal success sanctuary. Lighting is huge. Natural light is best, so pull up those blinds. If that's not possible, invest in some good quality lamps. Avoid harsh fluorescent lighting. It can zap your energy. Soft, warm lighting creates a more relaxed and focused atmosphere. Now let's talk about minimizing distractions. Phone on silent, unless absolutely needed. Social media closed. Use noise-canceling headphones if you need to block out noise. Create a dedicated workspace. Even if it's just a corner of a room, make it your power zone. Remember Robert, who always worked from his sofa and complained for distractions? Then decided to create a small workspace only for him. With inspirational quotes and photos of his kids, suddenly he started work with much more focus, and he was happy because there was no distractions like TV. Think also about organization. Everything should have a place, and everything should be in its place. Invest in storage solutions that work for you. Label everything. You'll save time and reduce stress. Creating a harmonious workspace isn't just about aesthetics. It's about creating an environment that supports your goals, fuels your passions, and makes you feel amazing. Now go out there and create your own happiness headquarters. You got this. Chapter 10. Mindful Movement, Finding Joy in Physical Activities. All right, champions, let's talk about moving your body. Not just going to the gym and grinding it out, but really moving, feeling, and connecting. Think of mindful movement as giving your body a big warm hug, inside and out. You don't need to be an Olympic athlete. Mindful movement is for everyone, no matter your age, size, or fitness level. It's about tuning in, not burning out. Forget about smashing personal records, and start listening to what your amazing body is telling you. Think about a simple walk in nature. Instead of rushing to get somewhere, slow down. Feel the earth beneath your feet, the sun on your skin. Notice the breeze, the sounds of birds. This isn't just exercise. It's a sensory experience that grounds you and fills you with joy. Dancing in your living room? Yes! Put on your favorite music and just let loose. Don't worry about looking silly. Nobody's watching but you, and maybe your pet. Feel the rhythm, let your body move freely, and unleash your inner rock star. Even chores can become mindful movement. Washing dishes? Feel the warm water on your hands, the texture of the soap. Focus on the task at hand. Turning everyday tasks into opportunities for mindful connection. Remember, it's not about the perfect workout. It's about the present moment, the feeling of your body in motion, the joy of being alive and connected to yourself. So get up, move, breathe, and celebrate the incredible machine that you are. You've got this. All right, friend. Get ready to unleash your inner superhero, your giggling goofball, your creative genius. We're diving headfirst into the awesome power of play. Chapter 11. The Power of Play, Reclaiming Your Inner Child. Ever watch a child completely absorbed in building a Lego castle, painting a masterpiece with mud, or pretending to be a fearless explorer? They're not worried about deadlines, bills, or what anyone else thinks. They are in state of pure, unadulterated joy. That, my friend, is the power we're tapping into today. Somewhere along the way, many of us adults forgot how to play. We got serious. We got responsible. I'm using air quotes here. We traded in our crayons for spreadsheets and our laughter for, well, more spreadsheets. But guess what? Your inner child is still inside you, itching to come out and, well, play. Why is play so crucial? Because it's like sunshine for the soul. Play reduces stress. When you're laughing, creating, or simply having fun, your body releases endorphins, those magical mood-boosting chemicals. Play also boosts creativity. Think about it. When you're not confined by rules or expectations, your mind is free to wander, to imagine, to come up with wild and wonderful ideas. Play can help solving problems creatively. Think of playing board game with friends, where there will be laughter, cheers, and discussion for strategies. You can sing a song or dance without worrying if your voice is perfect. You can draw without worrying if you can create a masterpiece. So how to reclaim your inner child? Embrace the silly. Don't be afraid to be goofy. Wear a funny hat, make silly faces, tell terrible jokes, laugh at yourself and laugh with others. Find your play. What did you enjoy as a child? Climb tree? Play video games? Draw with crayons? Do that again. Schedule playtime. Seriously. Put it on your calendar. Treat it like an important appointment, because it is. Be present. When you're playing, be fully present. Focus fully to what you are playing. Say yes to fun. When opportunities for play arise, a spontaneous dance party, a game of frisbee, a chance to build a sandcastle, say yes immediately. Listen, life doesn't have to be a constant grind. You deserve joy. You deserve laughter. You deserve to dust off that inner child and let them lead the way, even if just for an hour a week. Trust me, it's the best investment you'll ever make. Now go on, get out there and play. Chapter 12, Relationships of Resonance, Connecting with Others on a Deeper Level. All right, champion, let's talk about relationships. Not just any relationship, but relationships of resonance. These are the connections that spark joy, fuel your soul, and make life truly worth living. Think of it like this. When you find someone who gets you, who vibrates on the same frequency, it's like hitting a tuning fork. Suddenly, everything feels sharper, brighter, more alive. Why are these relationships so important for happiness? Simple. We're social creatures. We crave connection. A solitary gold medal win doesn't feel quite as good without someone awesome to share it with, right? So how do we cultivate these resonant relationships? First, ditch the superficial chit-chat. Dig deeper. Ask real questions. Listen with your heart, not just your ears. Be vulnerable. I know, it's scary. But showing your true self is the only way to attract people who truly resonate with you. Look for activities you can share. Think about what brings you joy and invite others to join in. If you love hiking, invite a friend. If you're a bookworm, start a book club. Sharing joyful experiences creates powerful bonds. Effective communication is key. Be clear, honest, and respectful. But communication isn't just talking, it's listening. Empathy is your superpower here. Try to understand things from their perspective. Walk a mile in their shoes, even if those shoes are sparkly and a little too tight. Remember, building resonant relationships takes time and effort. Don't be afraid to be selective. It's better to have a few deep connections than 100 shallow ones. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, who encourage you to chase your dreams, and who remind you of your own amazingness. You deserve it. Now go out there and connect. Here's Chapter 13, all ramped up and ready to ignite your spirit. Chapter 13, Embracing Failure, Learning from Setbacks and Growing Stronger. Listen up, champions. I'm going to tell you something powerful. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone towards it. Life throws curveballs. We all stumble. The difference between those who thrive and those who get stuck is how they handle those tumbles. Think of a baby learning to walk. They fall, a lot, but they don't give up, do they? They get back up, wobble a bit more, and try again. Failure is just feedback. It's saying, okay, that way didn't work. Let's try something else. Now, it stings. Trust me, I get it. Nobody likes failing. But feeling bad is normal. Allow yourself to feel the disappointment, the frustration. Don't bottle it up. Acknowledge it. Then say, okay, what can I learn from this? Maybe you bombed a presentation at work. Instead of dwelling on it, ask yourself, what went wrong? Was I unprepared? Did I not connect with the audience? How can I do better next time? That's turning a failure into a lesson. Remember Antonio, who wanted to start his own bakery? His first batch of bread was a complete disaster. Burnt on the outside, raw on the inside. He could have given up. Instead, he researched different baking techniques, talked to experienced bakers, and experimented. He failed many more times before finally perfecting his recipe. Now he owns a thriving bakery. And the key ingredient? Self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Treat yourself with the same understanding and empathy you would offer a friend who'd fallen. It's okay to make mistakes. It's human. Building resilience isn't about avoiding failure. It's about bouncing back stronger, wiser, and more determined. So embrace those setbacks, learn from them, and keep moving forward. You got this! All right, champions. Get ready to supercharge your happiness levels. We're diving headfirst into Chapter 14, The Gratitude Attitude. Listen, achieving lasting happiness, it's not about winning the lottery or becoming famous. It's about tuning your heart to the frequency of gratitude. It's about finding the sparkle in the everyday. Think about it. We spend so much time chasing more, stressing about what we don't have. Stop right there. Let's shift gears. What about all the amazing stuff you already have? A roof over your head? Friends who make you laugh? The ability to read this very sentence? That's where gratitude comes in. It's like a superpower, transforming the mundane into the magnificent. So how do we cultivate this gratitude attitude? It's simpler than you think. Let's get practical. Start a gratitude journal, grab a notebook, even a simple one will do, and write down 3 things you're grateful for every single day. They don't have to be earth-shattering. The sun was shining today. I enjoyed my morning coffee. My dog gave me extra snuggles. The key is consistency. Express gratitude to others. This is a game changer. When was the last time you genuinely thanked someone? A friend who always listens? A colleague who helps you out? Tell them. A simple, "Thank you, I really appreciate you," can make their day and boost your own happiness too. Notice the small blessings. Life is a symphony of tiny miracles. The smile of a stranger, a beautiful sunset, the taste of your favorite food. Train yourself to see these moments. Become a collector of good things. Example, consider a person named John, who regularly expresses gratitude to his wife for preparing his breakfast. This small act strengthens their bond and improves John's mood in the morning. Don't wait for perfect moments. Take the moment and make it perfect with gratitude. It is free for you and means the world to them. This isn't some fluffy feel-good activity. This is a powerful tool for transforming your life. So get out there, champions. Start practicing gratitude today and watch your happiness soar. All right, champions. Let's talk about building a life that really sings. We've covered so much ground. Finding your passions, mastering focus, embracing challenge. But where do we aim all this awesome energy? It's time to put it all together and discover the amazing power of living with purpose. This isn't about some grand, complicated mission. It's about taking all that joy you've been cultivating and letting it ripple outwards. Think about your deepest values. What truly matters to you? Honesty? Creativity? Kindness? Now, ask yourself, how can I inject these values into everything I do? Maybe you love to cook. Instead of just making dinner, You could volunteer to prep meals at a homeless shelter, or teach kids about healthy eating. Bam! Your passion becomes a purpose. Maybe you're a whiz with computers. Offer your skills to a local charity struggling with their website. Boom! Again, purpose in your life. It's about identifying those activities that make your soul smile, while also contributing something positive to the world. The more you give, the more you receive. It's a beautiful cycle. Imagine waking up every day knowing that you're not just living, you're making a difference. That's the kind of fulfillment that sticks around, the kind that makes the journey truly worthwhile. Align your joy with your values, contribute something larger than yourself, and watch your life transform into something truly incredible.